I had no idea the British press was so bigoted.
This One's Wife. His charity? Balls to that. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. As you know, there was a polo match last Friday in Miami that was undertaken as a fundraiser for Sentebale. You might not be familiar with what Sentebale is, so it's worth just giving you a brief explanation. This charity was established in 2006, some 18 years ago, and was established by Prince Harry and Prince Siso of Lesotho. So the two of them came together. And the idea is that the foundation, the charity, works with young people in their communities to create sustainable solutions that address issues of health, wealth inequity, and climate resilience in Lesotho and Botswana. So, laudable objectives. They provide comprehensive support for children and young people, including those living with HIV and AIDS, covering healthcare, critical life skills, education, advocacy, vocational training, and climate resilience in Lesotho and Botswana. The vision is to uplift the potential of young people to create a more inclusive and equitable future. It works in the South African countries of Lesotho and Botswana, providing and enabling holistic care to young people, including those living with HIV/AIDS and mental health challenges. They have expanded into the regeneration of landscapes to mitigate the adverse impact of climate change on the natural resources that communities rely on. Since being founded in 2006, Sentebale has been driven by solutions informed by children, their caregivers, and the young people that we serve to address both deep-seated systemic issues and individual needs of the moment. Paired with the convening power of our co-founders, this allows Sentebale to deliver outsized impact. We call this the Sentebale Way. And there's plenty of information on its website with regard to its aims and what it does. Now, in terms of the team, there are the co-founding patrons, which, as I've just mentioned, was Harry and Prince Siso. They are the co-founding patrons, and there's plenty of information showing them working together, dealing with the various people of the two nations that have been mentioned. There's a board of trustees that exists, which includes Dr. Sophie Chandauka, MBE, who I believe was the lady that This One's Wife was bossing around. And there's a group of other individuals, Tim Boucher, the Right Honourable Baroness Chalker of Wallasey, Dr. Sidisi Chawatama, Mark Dyer, Audrey Kinyastisi, Kelolo L.M. Larotoli, James Marshall and Damien West. They're all involved as well. The leadership team is Ntoli Molotasani and includes Richard Miller, Graham Lee and Ketlodjese Montishawa. Thus, you'll notice that there's one name missing from everything that I've just explained by virtue of the leadership and the co-founding patrons and the relevant individuals that are involved in terms of the board of trustees. This One's Wife. She's not involved with Sentebale. It's nothing to do with her. She didn't create it. She isn't involved on the leadership team. She isn't a trustee. And yet, as we saw, she gatecrashed the event, ensuring that she was the one that presented the trophy. She ensured that she was front and centre, as she must always do. That rictus grin on display, the oversized veneers coming to the fore, as she once again commandeered the limelight. But it didn't just stop there at the actual polo event itself. Oh, no. Only a narcissist would take a charity and make it all about them. Only a narcissist would take their husband's charity and make it all about them. Obsessed with the pursuit of the prime aims, This One's Wife has ensured that another of the supine publications, hello, reports on not the work of Sentebale, no, that she attended a dinner and what she was wearing. Yes, this self-absorbed individual that turns up with her shit-eating grin, bronzed to the max, no doubt whiffing of chemicals and Lord knows what else, always has to ensure that no matter what the event is, it's all about this one's wife. Whether it's a charity, she has to be seen to ensure that it manages that facade. That if it's somebody else's event, all the talk is about her. And this is why she isn't getting the partnerships. This is why she isn't getting the sponsorship deals. Because those involved in the potential to marry up a partnership with her recognise we actually will just be relegated to sitting in the corner because she'll just make it all about her. And she, of course, is quite a controversial character these days, with many people not liking her. We don't want our brand to be associated with this abject loser who is just preoccupied with staring down the camera lens. Thus, that's why nobody wants to partner with her in terms of cosmetic giants and fashion houses. And once again, she demonstrates why their decision not to partner with her is a sound one, as she takes over an event which is nothing to do with her and everything to do with her husband. This just shows how little she thinks of Harry, how she has no boundary recognition, how she has no emotional empathy for him, that she makes sure that his charity becomes about her with the trophy presentation and then her attendance at a dinner. Hello reports, this one's wife stuns in glam halter-neck backless dress at intimate dinner with Prince Harry. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex attended the Sentebale Potential is Waiting panel discussion and seated dinner at Zaytinya alongside Nacho Figueras and his wife Delfina. Is he going to tell us about what Sentebale does, what they achieve, how perhaps you might get involved in helping? Of course not. Nicky Morris is too busy with the task of make it all about this one's wife. Thus we're told this one's wife looked as glamorous as ever in a stunning backless gown at a panel discussion and seated dinner hosted by her husband, the Duke of Sussex's charitable organisation Sentebale, in Miami over the weekend. Perhaps now you'll tell us about Sentebale. Oh no, this one's wife was dressed to the nines for the occasion, wearing St. Agnes's Hudson asymmetric midi dress, which she accessorised with a pair of Dior earrings. Well, I'm sure all of the people in Botswana and Lesotho are delighted to learn what this one's wife was wearing. Prince Harry joined the panel, titled Potential is Waiting, to discuss solutions across the capital spectrum to meet the next generation in southern Africa with possibility and action, according to the charity's official website. The talk was followed by a seated dinner, at which Harry's Polo teammate and close friend Nacho Figueras was in attendance. Okay, so we've got a little bit about what the panel discussion related to, but they don't tell us any more about what was discussed, the issues that arose. Instead, taking to Instagram to mark the special evening, Nacho shared a series of photos, including one of Harry and this one's wife, engrossed in conversation with another guest at the dinner. Great. The dinner came after Nacho and Prince Harry went head-to-head in a charity polo match on Friday. The pair competed in the Royal Salute Polo Challenge, which saw Harry's team Sentebale win the day's trophy, which of course was all there just solely for the purposes of being filmed by Netflix and enabling this one's wife to show off again. Harry took to the field wearing a blue jersey and white riding pants for the two matches he was set to play in, showing off his polo prowess as the crowds cheered from the sidelines. Meanwhile, this one's wife dressed for the heat in a stylish ivory silk and hemp Heidi Merrick dress, which retails for $515 and featured a cutout section. To my mind, she looked like Daisy Ridley in Rogue One. She paired the ensemble with a pair of Aquazzura heels, not sure if those ones were stolen, vintage Chanel jewellery and a Valentino purse. This one's wife, who arrived with Nacho's wife, Delfina Blaquier, gave her husband a congratulatory kiss as she presented him with the trophy. Well, isn't that fascinating? So, a charity that Harry created, it's meaningless because it's all about what this one's wife wore, all about what this one's wife did, all about what she wore during the day, what she wore at night, the fact that she was at a dinner. And this is just so representative of this self-absorbed, self-obsessed narcissist who overshadows what it's truly about, the charity, and makes it all about herself. Of course, she doesn't consciously think, oh, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it all about me. She just instinctively does it, and she's utterly fucking clueless about the way that she goes on. It's hilarious how blind she is to her behaviours, how she craves that fuel, how she has to ensure that she's seen, how it has to be made about her. She can't see that she actually does all of that. But the thing is, the world does. And that's why she just becomes more and more unpopular. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.